Hey everybody, DeathsStalker here. So today I'm going to install a SpeedoHealer version 4 on my 2004 Honda RC51 SP2. When you order a SpeedoHealer, you get the SpeedoHealer module and of course the corresponding wiring harness connections that you require for your particular bike. So whenever you order it, you always have to make certain you're ordering it for your specific bike. And of course it also helps if you actually have your Honda shop manual, because that'll actually show you what cables are the ones you're going to be plugging into instead of root around trying to find them. Or just watch my video and you'll see. Okay, so the first thing we got to do before we install the SpeedoHealer is take the rear seat off. So you can sit there and watch me get my tools out and take the seat and the rear tailpiece off, or we can use magic. And there you have it. So now I'm going to reposition the camera and we're going to install the SpeedoHealer. Okay, very hard to see, even with the lights and everything. But right there, where the screwdriver is pointing, is the actual sensor that reads the speed on your bike. And what you do, if you trace this wire back, it actually comes out to this plug here. See, there's two plugs, they're both white, so it's kind of hard to tell which one is the correct one. So by tracing the cable back from the sensor, it appears to be this one. So this is where we plug the adapter in to the wiring harness for the Speedo adapter. So I shall do that now. Always make certain that the bike is turned off when you're doing this too. So this here is the adapter they give you. And basically you just plug in one side, plug in the other, and this part here will run to the actual SpeedoHealer unit. So it says in the instructions to get a straight slot screwdriver to help break these things apart. There is a bit of a lock on it that keeps the plugs from coming apart. And there we go. Just plug this side here into there, this side here, into there. Then you just take the SpeedoHealer and plug this in here. And that's all you really have to do to actually connect it. I'll take the configuring in a second. But what I'm going to do is show you if you've got the correct wires connected in. All you have to do is spin the wheel and you will see the speedometer starting to move properly. So I'm going to spin the wheel, and as you can see, the speedometer is actually reading properly. That tells you that you have the correct connection. So with the SpeedoHealer app, you have a bunch of different options here. The first option is precise. So if you happen to have, say, a GPS or a radar detector or something like that, and you know exactly how fast your motorcycle is going and how fast the speedometer on your bike is reading, all you have to do is enter in what your speedometer says and what you know the actual setting is, and it will tell you the calculation. The more common version is the estimated. In this case, you take the standard gearing on your motorcycle. In my particular bike's case, it's 1640, and the new gearing is 1541. So all you have to do is hit that, and it will tell you that my calibration needs to be set at minus 13.3%. Now this also works with tires. So if you were to change the rear tire on your motorcycle, you put what the standard tire size is and what the current size tire that you put in, and it will give you a new calculation. It will also work if you happen to change rim sizes. Now this one here is if you actually enter in the calculations it will give you the instructions on how to program your SpeedoHealer. There's also a page here that will tell you how to reset your SpeedoHealer if you want to turn it back to a factory default, and a troubleshooting section. So now that I've shown you the app and how to get a calculation, I'll show you how to enter that calculation into a SpeedoHealer. So to program this sucker, you hold the select and set button together until it starts flashing with the L. Now I know I'm punching in minus 13.3. So that's, I need 1. Then the 3, you just hit the select 3 times to get that, and then you get the 3. And that is done. Now what will happen is, if you got it programmed properly, we'll shut this thing off for a second and turn it back on. Minus 3, 3. So you can see it's actually saved here in the memory now. So now my speedo has been adjusted to be 13.3% reduced from what it was before. So now all it's to do is to take this and put that in a nice safe place. It warned you to keep it away from other wires and keep it away from things like power commanders and heat. So it's going to be put in here, and it's probably going to take me a couple minutes to figure out exactly where in the tailpiece I'm going to put it, where it's not near my alarm, my power commander, or any other electronics that the whole tail end of the bike is jammed up with. So I'll show you that once I figure out where it is. So you can see it actually displays the calibration for what the SpeedoHealer is set for. And you can have different settings for track, or if you have a bike you change gearing with a lot. But I'm not really worried about that. I just want my speedometer actually reading a lot closer than it was. So if it's not raining, I am going to go out and take a test run once I put the tailpiece back on the bike. So there you have it. The SpeedoHealer has been installed. In actual time it took to install this, probably from the time I started taking the bodywork off to put it back on, maybe hour and a half. Filming this actually pretty well triples the amount of time it takes. So the one thing I didn't do, this is a optional remote button that you can install on your bike, and I imagine you can change between A or B modes, whichever you want to have for your speedometer. It's something I didn't need, so I didn't bother installing it. There is a little more information available on their website if you want to look more into it. Pretty much right on, 1K out. So I think we'll call the SpeedoHealer a success. So I hope you enjoyed that little video. Now I gotta get home before the rain hits again. I just can't win this year. DeathsStalker signing off.